and let us continue with the origins of Saint Nathanael Bartholomew. Now in John's Gospel, Nathanael is said to have been a friend of Philip. The name Nathanael only appears in John's Gospel. In the Synoptic Gospels, Philip is always paired up with a disciple named Bartholomew. And this is believed, and it is believed that Nathanael and Bartholomew are actually the same person. Bartholomew simply means son of Bartholomew. Thus, it is possible that his name was Nathanael Bartholomew, just as Simon is referred to as Simon Bar Jonah, Simon son of Jonah, Nathanael son of Bartholomew. Since Nathanael is a Hebraic name and Jesus refers to him as a true Israelite, we can safely assume that Nathanael is a Hebraic Jew. This is reinforced by Nathanael's disdain for the town of Nazareth. Now, church tradition teaches that Nathanael was the second youngest disciple. He is also believed to be the youngest of 7 children. Nathanael was unmarried, and he is said to have lived in Cana. See John 21:2, where he is called Nathanael of Cana. It is believed that Nathanael lived in Cana, where he cared for his sick and aging parents, according to church tradition. Nathanael was considered to be the second most educated member of the group, second only to Judas Iscariot. Now, as I mentioned in the origin videos on James and John, I mentioned how the fact that John knew how to write in Greek, and the fact that Zebedee owns numerous ships, and that they are well known to the high priest. We can also see that James and John were also educated men, and that they too belonged to a higher status in society. Church tradition simply taught that Nathanael was also an educated man, and that he was more educated than James and John, being the second smartest of the group. Now, church tradition holds that Nathanael was a merchant. It is possible that Philip was Nathanael's fish supplier, and this is how the two became friends. In John 21, Nathanael joins Simon Peter to go fishing, which demonstrates that Nathanael had at least a basic knowledge of fishing. Whether he was a fisherman himself, he at least knew the basics of the practice. Now, according to John's Gospel, after Jesus had called Philip, Philip ran and found Nathanael to tell him that they had found the Messiah. Nathanael and Philip then accompanied Jesus along with Simon, Andrew, James, and John as the first 6 disciples. Now, this wraps up the origins of Saint Nathanael Bartholomew.